G.I. Joe will return after these messages.
And as the battle between the Autobots and Decepticons rages on, Megatron creates Triple Changers, the most evil Decepticons of all. But the Autobot scientist Perceptor is ready for anything. Introducing Perceptor. From a working microscope, he transforms into a robot.
The Transformers.
And Triple Changer Blitzwing transforms from tank to plane, and from plane to robot.
Robots in the sky.
Triple Changer! Autobots, stop him!
The Transformers.
Sold separately from Hasbro.
What's up, you guys? Friendly Neighborhood Geek here, doing another retro toy review, this time with another Transformer. This time on a vintage Generation 1 reissue. So if you see the title and the thumbnail of the video, then you know who we're talking about. I had a handful of Generation 1 toys over the last couple of years. Some were, of course, pre-owned. I had the Starscream, the Walmart exclusive G1 Starscream that was released based off how he looked in the 1986 movie. Ended up selling that. I had G1 Blitzwing, who I really did like, but I believe my version was a knockoff. It was a good knockoff, but it was still a knockoff. And I had him for a while, and I ended up selling him along with the Starscream and a couple other figures, like a lot, so to speak, Transformers a lot. Now I feel kind of bad that I got rid of Blitzwing. I might repurchase that figure, but I might, try to get an original 1985 figure instead of a KO. But we are looking at, I would say, Blitzwing's partner in crime. When I think of these two characters, I think of the two of them together. I know they had a few episodes in the original show that centered on the two of them working together. So yeah, who might that be? It's another Decepticon, and he is a triple changer, just like Blitzwing. If you're familiar with your, Transformers. But I have a soft spot for Generation 1. I periodically watch the original show. Like I said, I've had some of the original toys. I adore my G1/G2. I adore my Generation 1 Devastator to pieces. I love those figures, which I'll show a size comparison with Devastator when I open Blitzwing. Not Blitzwing. Open AstroTrain. Oh my goodness. He was very nicely, I appreciate the seller packing this figure very securely. Yes, so Generation 1 Triple Changer Blitzwing. Of course, I love the box art. Transformers. Yeah, it says new, on the back it says new Transformers Triple Changer. I guess I'll read all of this. Why not? Why not, I guess. But I want to show you the back art. So I know my Blitzwing, which I got new, he had a little hole at the top, so you could display him on the wall if I wanted to, which was really cool. My iGear RC, my third-party Transformers iGear Delicate Warrior RC, her packaging is in the style of the original G1 packaging. Real quick about RC. So for those who don't know, we got a Transformers Missing Link, which was a G1 Optimus with modern day articulation. Takara announced that they were making a figure in that style of taking a G1 design and making it have modern posability. They're making an RC. They're making a G1 RC toy. Now, RC got a prototype back in the day, but she never got an official figure in the G1 toy line, which is a huge bummer. So that's insane. And I love her Generation 1 toy design. So I'm definitely getting that RC down the line. I hope it doesn't get canceled. Yeah, really, really, really cool. Let's see. It says, it's a world of constant change where things are not what they seem. It's the world of the Transformers, the world of heroic Autobots, evil Decepticons. Transformers More Than Meets the Eye. Oh, that's cool. They have a G1 Road Rage, who's a really cool character who's never been in any of the shows. They have the Dinobots, the Insecticons. They have, trying to see, looks like Jetfire. Yeah, Jetfire. So originally, and you see the bottom, looks really cool. Originally, this toy was like, you see the top as well. Originally, this toy was like $40 at retail or something. And considering it's a vintage item, it's a reissue, and it's fairly small, a lot of people weren't too keen on that. And I think, and even with like the Generation 1 Constructicons, I think they were like close to like 150, close to 150 or something. And people had an issue with that. And I reviewed that Walmart set, and I felt like the quality of plastic wasn't really good. And I ended up selling it and getting the G2 set instead. So I got mine for a reasonable, of course, this came out some years ago. I got mine for a reasonable price. I think this came out in 2019. So yeah, I apologize if there was noise in the background. So of course, we're trying to go over everything. So I will try to go over, well, I know big bio. I will try to briefly kind of go over AstroTrain's bio. That says function, military transport. Okay, cool. And confusion, there is opportunity. Interesting. It says creating confusion is his specialty. A triple changer can switch from space shuttle. It says as a triple changer can switch from space shuttle to train to robot almost instantaneously. Thrives on foes, panic and fear as shuttle travels at 20,000. I'm trying to remember what 20,000 mph. Oh, miles per hour. Oh, miles per hour. Miles per hour in orbit, up to 50,000 miles per hour out of orbit. Can launch weapons and satellites. Carries cargo. As a train, top speed is 400 miles per hour. Okay. Range 1,700 miles. As robot has great strength and carries powerful ionic displacer rifle. Then it has, I think, the rest in Spanish, and then it has his strength. Let's see, strength, force, intelligence, speed, endurance, rank, courage, firepower, skill. Okay, cool. I know they used to come with these little red cards, and you can see what the stats were. I'm not sure if this one comes with that. But from reading that bio, like I said, he's a really, really cool character. I think it's really neat that we got a character who turned into two transport type of alt modes in the original show. Of course, the toy existed first, and then they made the character based off the toy. If you know the history of Transformer toy line, but still, the fact that we had a character who turned into two transport alt modes was really, really neat. There is a character, and I will show him. I don't know if I'll transform this guy, but I will show him in robot mode with my classics AstroTrain, which was one of the first when I was starting to buy Transformers. He was one of the early figures I got, and I know there's a version with a better paint job. I do really like this one. This one's still very charming. I just wish he was bigger. And like I said, for many, many years, this was the only AstroTrain that existed since the original toy. So keep that in mind. And now we have a whole bunch, and we have the third parties and legend scale AstroTrains and all that stuff. So hard to believe that figure was, and like I said, it was a good figure at the time. That was all we had as far as a new modern AstroTrain. Blitzwing wouldn't get a new figure till like 2013, I believe. Holy crap. Let's see where I want to open this at. I guess we'll open it from the side. Open it from the front. But like I said, there are some trivia in the last live action Transformer movie. Rise of the Beast, there was a deleted scene where Optimus was fighting a Decepticon named Transit, who turned into like a bus or something. He had a really cool design, but like, so unfortunately the scene was cut, but you can't watch it. Like, people have uploaded to YouTube. You can watch an unfinished CGI animation. So a lot of people want that character to get a toy, and I believe it's rumored that he is going to get one. So hopefully that comes true. Hopefully we don't have to wait another 2 years for that character to get a toy. Inside the box, excuse me, put that to the side, and now we have AstroTrain. Oh, he doesn't come with the decoder, right? The decoder. Here he is with stickers. This is really dope. So what I did was I used the image photo images. Yeah, however you want to say it. Image gallery. That's what. I used the image gallery to put the stickers on Devastator. So I am going to do that with AstroTrain. Now, like, he literally has 5 Decepticon symbols. It's pretty neat. Here's his booklet. Oh boy, here is his booklet, which is really cool. Outside of his move him out of the way. Outside of him having stubby arms, which there is like a little third-party legend, like a little third-party figure based off the G1 toy, and its arms extend, which is really cool. But I don't know how accessible that figure is. I've seen some listings for it on AliExpress, so if you were interested, you could look into that. But okay, so those are the instructions, and it has the classic Hasbro logo on there. That's really neat. So I guess we will cut, and I will show him. You see him in there. He looks really nice. He has the rub symbol, which is cool. So like I said, I guess we will cut, and I will show him in robot mode. Stay tuned. Okay, so finally, took me about an hour because I had to fiddle with them and put all the stickers on and stuff like that. Some I wish I could have applied better than others, but we'll work with what we have. So like, first impressions, he's very charming. There have been different repaints of this AstroTrain. Like, there was a I don't think they do it anymore. There was a toy line called the Platinum series, and they had released Blitzwing and AstroTrain in different colors, and they came in a 2-pack, which I wanted to get at some point, but was like, nah, I prefer the traditional colors. There was a Takara. There was an exclusive one that was kind of closer to how he looked on the show. Excuse me. There was another re-release from some years ago that was, the colors were more in the style of realistic space shuttle. It was black and white, which I really like. I really like that figure. And then the original, the purple was lighter. This purple was more like a grape flavor. It's darker purple, which I actually like. I like this one more than the other one. But yeah, like, the quality of this figure and the quality of my G1 Starscream, to me, the quality of these feel really decent, really good, really solid. But the G1 Constructicons that I did a review on, the Walmart reissues, they were not good quality. Like I said, as far as a display piece, like, if you just have them displayed as Devastator, or just displayed in their individual robot modes, and you put them on the shelf and then mess with them, yeah, they were good enough for that. But as far as like playing with them, no, I didn't think they were good quality. But here we have him next to his classics counterparts. So, this was the latest figure. This was the most recent figure of AstroTrain that came after, Generation 1, which is crazy. They made an Octane, who's another cool Decepticon triple changer. I'll probably get him at some point as well. But unfortunately, they did not make a Blitzwing in this series. We didn't get Blitzwing till Transformers Generations, which that figure for a lot of people is kind of dated now. He did have a cool head gimmick, which was taken from the animated representation of Blitzwing, where you click the head and he'll change to different faces or something. Back in the day, I didn't care for that toy because I wasn't really a big fan of the character. But over the years, as I've grown to be really fond of the character, I have the Legacy Leader Class version. I'll probably get that Generations one at some point because I really like that he has the face gimmick. But like I said, these two are really cool. It's just neat to see, it's neat to see, the different engineering and how they were able to recreate this design with new as a modern toy. This one, of course, he turns into a bullet train. The G1 figure turns into like an old school traditional train. I didn't think about it. I'll probably get the Siege one as well. The Siege one is in scale with the new Leader Class Blitzwing, Legacy Blitzwing. But I know that's kind of pricey, so I'll probably get that one down the line because this guy doesn't really scale. He doesn't scale well with the Legacy Blitzwing, nor does he scale well with the Generations one, to my knowledge. I could be wrong. But like I said, they look good together. I really appreciate, that classic AstroTrain is so fun to mess with. He has such a fun design and transformation. Here he is next to Megatron, who I gave him this custom. This is an old tank top. I cut a piece of it off and turned it into like a little poncho, inspired by how he looked in Dark of the Moon. But yeah, this guy might get a re-review because that review I did on him is a little dated and I didn't show off the instruction manual or the trading card that came with him. But you see he's holding a shotgun instead of having his fusion cannon that came with him. And he also has the capability of putting the shotgun on the side of his arm, which is really cool. But yeah, I want to show them together. Get an idea how he scales with another. I believe this came out of the Generations toy line. The Stealth Bomber Transformers Last Night Megatron, or I guess he turned into a Cybertronian ship or whatever. Oh yeah, and the last, let's see, comparison with my other G1 toy. So here he is with G2 Devastator. You see how he scales with my G1 or G2 Devastator. Of course, I'm sure he's bigger. Yeah, he's bigger than the individual Constructicons, but together they're much more massive and imposing. So put him back on the ground for now. But like I said, I love the paint. Like I said, the stickers weren't too hard to apply. Some could have been applied a little bit better, trying to get them centered and all that. Like on this, I think, this sticker. Yeah, this sticker, for example, could have been applied a little bit better. But I worked with what I had. Like I said, him having the stubby arms is a little funky, but it's cool. The gun, it's just crazy. His arms are so small, and yet he has this ridiculous ion rifle. It's hilarious. But I dig it though, and I see when I was looking at the images so I can apply the stickers on correctly. I see someone, you could pull out the arms and have him hold this in his alt mode, which is really cool. I think the jet mode, or I mean the space shuttle mode. But like I said, it's just so cool that we got a character, like I said, who turns into these transporting machines, a shuttle and a train, that he turns into those in the original toy line. I just think that's really neat. Like he easily could have been an Autobot. He easily could have been an Autobot character. When you think about like a train and a shuttle, doesn't seem all that threatening. when you think about it. So you see him in his robot mode, and basically he has basic articulation, arms. Um, I forgot. So he was one of the first figures to have ball joints in his arms, which wasn't, ball joints on figures weren't very common in the 80s. Um, so this piece, this is gonna yeah, this is funny. So I think there's a different way, yeah, you could display him. So these pieces, yeah, they look like he has breast. There is a breast force. There's a Transformers breast force. I'm not too familiar with that storyline though, but yeah. And I never even noticed that, but veteran Transformer collector, toy reviewer, Optibotomist did a review on one of the AstroTrain repaints years ago, and he said that. As soon as he said that, I was like, "Oh my goodness, I see it," and now I can't unsee it. So thank you, Optibotomist. Thank you for ruining, low key ruining the figure for me. But um, like I said, he has the chest plate. He has a chest plate, and you can kind of pull it up and down. Um, to hide it. So you can hide it, of course, and it does look, the chest plate looks nice. And I mean, to me, it doesn't really hinder. It doesn't, to me, it doesn't hinder the arms. To me, the head sculpt, the paint in the head sculpt, the yellow visor probably won't come in that well. I don't think it's gonna come in that well. But everything looks good. I mean, he's very, very solid. And I'm kind of kicking myself for getting rid of Blitzwing, but I thought, like I said, it was a KO. I was like, yeah, I'll probably buy, an official one down the line or something, Because with me, I don't mind getting knockoffs, depending on the toy. Depending on the toy character, I don't mind getting knockoffs. Is it a good quality knockoff? Is it a poor quality knockoff? That type of thing. That AstroTrain, not AstroTrain, that Blitzwing, G1 Blitzwing I had, which I did a review on, he was decent. He was decent. Um, but I would like to get an official one. It'd be awesome if he got a reissue, a Walmart reissue. You never know. But apparently there was some type of fan vote, and people voted for AstroTrain to get a re-release, and he did. So cool. So you see his robot mode. I like that he's lanky and tall and skinny. I dig it. It's just like I said, wish the arms could extend, but I can look past it. I did see a vintage one when I went to a flea market. I did see a vintage one along with the vintage Stunticons, G1 Stunticons, G1 Astrotrain, and that was really cool. I was like, oh yeah, now But I've put off trying to get them. I put off getting them, and I'm glad I finally got around to getting them. But that's another thing. I would love to get the original Dinobots. I used to have Sludge. I would love to get the Stunticons. I'd love to get the Aerial Bots. I had a knockoff of G1 Defensor. You see, I've had several versions of the G1, G1, G2 Devastator. Um, there's a lot of the handful. I would love to get the original G1 Megatron, but he's very expensive. So, but anyway, you did see the jet mode in the box, but I'll have to transform him back into jet mode. So we fold the arms in like this. Fold the arms in. Let's see. Fold this back up. There's a little cavity that the head will fit into. That pegs. So fold that piece back up. Fold the arms, and then fold the legs back in, fold them together, open this cavity. Open this cavity, and the cockpit will slide out. Let's see. Yeah, the cockpit will slide out. So I really didn't need the instructions, if you can imagine that. Oh boy. Let's see. Not want to come out. Alrighty then. Let's see, what do I have to do next? I hate you guys having to see me struggle on here. Okay, so now he's in his shuttle mode. You can see him with the stickers and stuff, and he does look really nice. The rub symbol. I love the dark purple, the black and the dark purple. I'm trying to see. So if you pry one of arms out like this, and I saw that someone had him so you could have the gun like that. So technically you could, yeah, you could display him with a gun, which is really dope. Holding it out like that, which is neat. Of course, with the classics one, which I'm not going to bother because this video is probably going to be pretty long. The classics one, he does have the capability to, there's two pegs. There's a peg on the side of the gun, and you could peg the gun in train mode or shuttle mode, which is really cool. Like I said, really cool. You know, I could see children, of course, back in the 80s having fun with these. Like I said, they established so many different things. Headmasters, target masters, triple changers, combiners, duocons. I mean, so many concepts originated. Beast formers, like the Dinobots and the Predacons. You know, so many concepts originated from G1. So, you know, and he rolls. He can roll in train mode, which is really cool. So now let's see train mode. I really like the train mode, surprisingly. I really like the train mode. Let's see. So fold the chest plate up. Try to see. Oh, well, I'll figure it out. Fold these pieces down like that. I have to push the, oh, well, let's see, fold these out. And I said fold these pieces back in. Yeah, like that. Those pieces in like that. And these pieces on the side. These pieces on the side fold out. I'm trying to remember what am I supposed to do with? I'm trying to remember. What am I supposed to do with this piece? Well, maybe that, excuse me, maybe that's all it's supposed to do. This wing piece. And I believe that's it. Yeah, I believe that's it. So here's the train, which I really like. I just like how he folds up and it hides all the pieces very nicely. Like the wheels on the side. This little sticker in the center. I guess supposed to represent the light on the train. I don't know. But I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. Really cool. So again, that is it for AstroTrain. Really cool figure. If you like the G1 toys, sure, get the reissue or try your hands at getting an original. Like I said, there's the black and white version. There's a Takara exclusive version, but again, some of those exclusives are pricey. But like I said, I really do. Like I said, I just have an appreciation for the G1 figures. You know, some, not all, but there are a handful I'd like to get. This guy doesn't feel like a brick for the most part. He doesn't feel like a brick due to his unique transformation. But yeah. So like I said, little update. What's the update? Like I said, so November 1st, I will be talking with a military recruiter. For those who've been keeping up with my personal personal life. So hopefully that goes well. This probably will be the last figure I get for a while. So yeah, like I said, there's plenty. I mean, there's like the Spider-Man figures. I would love to get the new Spider-Verse figures and the No Way Home toys and all that good stuff. I would love to get those. But of course, it wouldn't make sense if I'm planning on leaving and going into the army and buy a bunch of figures that I can't take with me. So, um, yeah. So, like I said, I'm going to do that. And hopefully that goes well. I'm sure I'll probably give an update on that. So, of course, that means the channel might go on hiatus. Hence why, I buy items here and there to make content, talk about stuff. Um, all that good stuff. Like I said, I'm more active on TikTok, and I will be posting. So I'll be posting videos on TikTok. Still, I do that on a weekly basis. So you'll see my TikToks. I'll upload those to YouTube. And all that good stuff. But like I said, like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Peace, you guys.